Hey everybody, it's Colette Baron-Reid. I'm ready to do the Astro Oracle reading for this week. Before we get going, I have a fantastic announcement. Looky, looky, looky what I have. Merchandise. This is the softest t-shirt you will ever own. This is the Woo Crew, Colette Baron-Reid's Woo Crew.
Where can they get this?
On our store.
In our store?
In our store, yes. What are you doing? Don't drink out of that. I'm drinking it.
Oh, okay, we're fighting over it.
This is a fabulous bottle, by the way. It is a stainless steel bottle, no germs. The Woo Crew bottle, we had it made specially with our logo, Colette Baron-Reid's Woo Crew. And I use them all the time. They are fantastic. We actually fill up with well water, because we have a well, and put it in our fridge. So we love the Woo Crew water bottles. And there's a tote bag. This is fun. I go food shopping with this, the Woo Crew. It's nice and heavy. It's like, so it's a cute little tote bag. We can buy that also. But honestly, the nicest, softest, squishiest. I love my Woo Crew. Now, this is a large, just so you know, it's a little bit big for me in the shoulders, but I like them bigger. And of course, I have an ample bosom.
You do? Oh.
Yes. So for those of you who want to tell yourself, like, what size could I be? So I am wearing a large, although I'm usually a medium in a lot of other things. And again, they are so soft. We've washed it a few times.
Looks great on your husband, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, you.
And other men.
Right, you also, yes. Yes, he's also, you look very good in this. Yeah. And so we had non-gender specific style. Yeah. So it's for everybody, and we love it. Okay.
Right. And what is it? Good?
Wait. T-shirts or, Oracle card decks. If you want some great holiday gift ideas for yourself or other woo-woo people in your life, check out my blog post. That's right, this Tuesday for my holiday gift-giving guide for all your woo friends. Of course, Oracle cards need to be on the list, but truthfully, like we have lots of fun stuff. Crystals,
right. On with the reading?
Okay, bye.
Okay, just...
All right, let's start with Aries. And now remember, you have a sun sign, you have an ascendant or a rising sign, and you have your moon. So you're going to walk away with 9 cards. That gives you a really, really good indication of your experience this week. Now, we know already this is a week of tense energies, possible difficulties with other people, reminding us to stay out of them, no drama llamas for us, and to be very kind and compassionate to others. Something's going on, that people are going to get stirred up this week. So, for Aries, let's take a look at Aries. Aries is about commitment, solitude, and home. So this is great. So for the Aries personality, this week brings kind of recommitting to your house, your home, what's going on around you. It is a taking a break week of being more focused on what's going around in your actual environment and not on what other people are doing. So that's actually good advice given the kind of energies that are possible for us this week. Doesn't have to be that way. Certainly for Aries said, stay away, stay at home. And this could be like somebody wanting to do renovations around the house, Mark.
Nope.
Anyway, that's for Aries. Now let's take a look at Taurus. We are actually doing some renovations. Our house looks like somebody dropped a big explosion in front of it. Okay, here we go. Taurus, let's see how you're going to manage this week. So the sacred pool. Follow the leader and a wizard of awareness. Let's do this. So for you, Taurus, this is a week, again, interesting, it's kind of giving you similar advice, stepping back, being in that wizard of awareness, understanding others is more important than you being understood. The sacred pool is a time of personal reflection. And follow the leader is what is in the highest good. What would compassion do? What would kindness do? What would God do? What would Jesus do? What would, Moses do? I don't know. And then names are, what would the fridge do? So we want to make sure that you are being led in the right direction. So always asking, what's in the highest good for me and for others right now? Hunker down. This is going to be an interesting week for you, and to always ask yourself, what's my higher power? right? That's also the question for Follow the Leader. What's my higher power? What am I making the most important thing in my life? That's a good one. And then becoming aware of that and how it impacts you. Now let's take a look at Gemini. So for Gemini, Gemini has wishing well, mountain, and commitment. So you might find that there's an obstacle to what you want this week. That's for Geminis. And that reminds us of the stuck in the mud card that we got for the week ahead. And also, you know, the obstacle being could be other people, nothing to do with you, because the commitment could be lack of commitment from somebody else. You're committed, they're not, or you might be the one sitting on the fence. You're not that committed to it. So you're expecting somebody else to do the work for you or whatever it is. But your obstacle is going to be made very clear to you because it's going to prevent you from getting what you want this week. That said, it's a great week for a detour. So nothing to worry about here. It's just reminding you that that you will see some form of obstacle that relates to something that you want. All right. Here we go. And this is for Cancers. All righty. So Cancer has sacred pool in the protection position, solitude, and listening upside down also. So these two protection cards, and then we have solitude in the center. So this is reminding the Cancer personality to not be afraid to look within. This is reminding you not to blame anybody else or even the circumstances, and to really give this an opportunity for you to do an inventory. So this is a great week for you to take a break, solitude. This also says step away. And also, are you really listening to yourself, or are you acting out in a way to please other people in order for you to be safe? These are some of the questions for the Cancer personality this week. Like, are you really listening to what's going on inside of you? Or are you listening to your trigger? So this is really important. Stay out of the fray. Solitude is really the center here, saying, you know what, you can take a break and really sit down and ask yourself, like, what does this mean to me? What's my part in this, and what am I observing in others, and how could I listen to myself better and trust my intuition, as well as listening to other people as well too, right? So you're not the only person in the game, playing the game of life. Okay, so now let's look at Leo. Now we know this is a week that possibly high tension week, but again, we know that in advance, so a lot of this is don't go to the dance. So Leo is cleaning house of the goblins. There we go. And the talisman. So you don't know that you've done this work, is what this is saying. You can't remember that you've done this already, and you've done well. The cleaning house and the talisman. So once you've cleaned house, you should have a talisman. But this is saying you have forgotten. You're okay. You've already been here before. Nothing bad's going to happen to you. And this is really important that you realize that a lot of goblin content is the shadow content of yourself and others. So remember that, you know, again, you can only clean up your side of the street. You have no control over what other people say, do, or think. That's really important. And that's likely the lesson here that you forget. You can't convince anybody. If they have an agenda and their agenda is very clearly their agenda, you're not going to win. That's okay. That's okay, though. Now let's take a look at Virgo. Metamorphosis, a lot of changes for you. Compass tells you which direction Field of Dreams is in the protection position, so it means you're not getting there too quickly. So the process of change for the Virgo personality is not perfect, which may somehow feel not perfect, right? And it's not going to go exactly as planned, and that's okay. So the compass is going to create a need for you to kind of regroup again this week and remind yourself of your dreams and desires, and that they count. Yours counts too. So nobody's taking them away from you, except you could be needing to recalibrate them a little bit. And that's a great week for you to do that. And that's for Virgo. Now let's take a look at Libra. Wide open. This is great. So Libra is wide open, come together, and deep freeze. So you have great intentions this week, Libra. You want everybody to get along and everything is good. And frankly, you absolutely have what it takes to mediate anything that is untoward. So I like the Deep Freeze card because it slows things down, doesn't allow things to escalate. And honestly, this is really, really great. So whatever, people skills you have to bring harmony to any situation, they will be on high this week. And I like the Deep Freeze card because it does slow things down when they feel tense and escalated. And we are coming up to that big full moon this week. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so now we're dealing with Scorpios. So you are in a very beautiful, resilient week, but it is feeling a bit like it's not stagnant. It means that you're tough. You have to get tough this week. It feels like you're alone sometimes, right? So the change isn't happening fast enough for you. The Metamorphosis card is right beside it. You want to get past whatever's going on. But the Deep Freeze card tells us that we can't. You have to slow right down. And if you do, and once you do, you'll start to recognize some of the qualities of the time that you're going to have this week is actually really good for you. And it brings you into a much more clearer perspective about your true opinions on things and what is authentic to you, not to anybody else, just for you. That's going to be important to you this week. Okay, so that's Scorpio. Now let's take a look at Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, compass, unexpected visitors, and home. So for the Sagittarius personality, this curiosity, well, new friends, possibility, all of it's good. Interesting that the unexpected visitors are at home. So this could be a visit from a friend, somebody calling you at home. And also recognizing that as you've changed, for example, you might want to move all your furniture around in the house. So this is a kind of a focus again on your personal environment and realize, I want to make a change, and it's an unexpected one on your part. So you're like, oh, geez, I never thought of that. Let's do this now. So that's what that says for the Sag. Lots of Sagittarians are going to be moving their furniture, possibly. Or the people in their lives. That's another one, given the week that's predicted. Okay, so next we are going to have Capricorn. And Capricorn is Golden Palace, Rock Bottom, and Dragon's Lair. Don't do anything for the money this week for the Capricorn personality. It does say here that if you try to take a shortcut materially, you are going to fall on your face. So this is a warning for all the Capricorns out there that work super, super hard and that gets a dangle, a way that, oh, here, look, this is much faster, much easier, softer, etc., and the result will be nil. So rock bottom comes after that, which is fine. It doesn't really matter. It's like we all make mistakes, but you have the opportunity to walk around the hole. The Dragon's Lair, basically, if it's too good to be true, it is. Don't bother going in there. Okay, don't bother. So that's for Capricorn. So makes sense for, this sounds like an interesting week. Yowza. Okay, it's not always wine and roses over here, I tell you. Now let's take a look at Aquarius. What's Aquarius doing? Also magical map shifter upside down. Okay, stuck in the mud and strength, also in protection. So we have 2 cards in protection and one of the cards is upright. So for the Aquarius personality, the magical map shifter in the protection position is somebody who is in your life to actually teach you an uncomfortable lesson. So it could be a difficult conversation that you have with somebody because you're stuck and you need to move on, you don't know how. Right? So the strength of this is that you can't be rigid and don't try to demonize or make somebody wrong just so that you can make a change. It's really important that you become more open-minded this week and see both sides. That's for Aquarius. And sometimes a situation comes up for you that you can't seem to move past, but it's less about how a person what a person knows and more about where they're at in their own progress. So you may have expected somebody to be further along or something, and maybe you're like, well, why are you still doing X? Or you could also be wanting to be somewhere else, but you feel stuck. And the thing that you said you wanted so bad doesn't plan out for you, so you're mad, right? So the truth here is just to kind of go with the flow, and if things slow down, so be it. So be it. Okay, now let's take a look at Pisces. All right. So for the Pisces personality, we have home as well. What's happening at home, into the unknown, and moonlight. So you're at home, but, and not but, so this is in protection into the unknown. It's not the time to take a risk. Fine, stay home, right? So it's one of these things like, nah, I don't trust my intuition right now. I might make the wrong choice. I'll stay put. And that's really, don't take any risks this week, Pisces. If it feels risky, it will be. Trust your intuition on this. Don't think too grandiose about, oh, this will look good. I'm going to go do that, because it's going to place you in unknown territory that won't be that great. Okay, so basically stick to what you know this week. That's for Pisces. Oh my gosh, before we leave, don't forget we have all this fabulous merchandise in my store. Woo Crew, Colette Baron-Reid's Woo Crew water bottle. Awesome, awesome stainless steel, no germs, love it. This is the most comfortable t-shirt I have ever worn. Then we have also the tote bag as well, the tote bag. And why are you pointing? Because you want to make sure, and yes, of course, if you want some great holiday gift ideas for yourself or other woo friends, woo people in your life, check out my blog post this coming Tuesday for my holiday gift guide. You want to go check that out. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. I love seeing those thumbs up in the air, and leave me a comment. I love to read your comments. Take care.